You can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Cook again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 59 yards. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Prescott to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Prescott on 1st down. And he is caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second down at 4. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On second down, Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On play action, Cousins. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Cowboys make over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Prescott looks to throw on first. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
A first down throw for Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Noah Brown, as the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they broke it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
This is caught. It's Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
First down, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this belongs to the Vikings. Well, they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins.
Hockenson crossing the middle and bringing it in.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings have got it on cruise control. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. To throw is Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And shedding the tackle, and now some room.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They give him a gain of 37.
So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
Cousins now. That is caught. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner.
He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Prescott. And my goodness, another interception.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Cousins here to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, my first game of the day, man. You won't beat me again. No, I'm about to send you a friend request. Make sure you accept that. I'm gonna prove it to you. All right, I'm gonna send it anyway. We'll play later.
This morning.
Yup, good game, GG.
I believe you for amazing things I trust you. And I thank you. I adore you. Bless every word of the word. Whether they're listening in Istanbul or Indiana, bless them now with the word of God. Oh, whether they are Zulu or Tutsi, bless them with the word of God. Whether they're in Afghanistan or England, bless them with the word of God. Whether they're in Alabama or Birmingham in the UK, bless them with the word of God. Speak for our servant ears. In Jesus' name we pray. Every believer at the top of your lungs, like you're yelling at your kids, shout amen. Lord, you may be seated in the presence of the Lord. Let's go to work. If you say that someone is in limbo, you mean that they are in a situation where they seem to be caught between two stages, in limbo, frozen, stuck. It is unclear what will happen next, because they are neither here nor there. In the early days of my faith growing up in the Baptist church in the hills of West Virginia, we would say, I may not be where I ought to be, but I thank God I'm not what I used to be. And then y'all know that phrase well. And it sounded real good. But it's opposite. To neither be here nor there. To be stuck in a stage of ambiguity and transition and frozen in midair to the point that God himself has to come get you. There are only a few times in all of the scriptures that God asks a question of any human being. Adonai, where art thou? Come on. Where is our brother? To Cain, to Elijah, where doest thou here? In other words, you are not where I expected you to be. You are stuck in limbo. Elijah, the man of faith and power, he is not looking past his profound responsibility. He is massive and terrible. He has stood for the power against the onslaught of legalism. As paganism has merged down the people as a result of the union between Ahab and Jezebel. Can I take my time with this? King Ahab is the son of King Omri, who rules the northern kingdom, and Israel has split in two. And he has set himself in a position because of his father, the predecessor. They have entered into a relationship country to country that is consummated in a marriage between a Hebrew king and a traditional woman. The woman's name is Jezebel. Jezebel, like the foreign wife of Solomon, required facilities for carrying on her family worship because she was like the copy of our culture. Having moved into the territory with Israel, who doesn't Yahweh, she felt uncomfortable without the formulation that she needed because she has the leader of the king. She influences him. Be careful who you let have your ear. Because often those that whisper in your ear can shift your destiny. She whispered in his ear until he has given Samaria to them to build a temple to them. And in the process, people are so easily influenced that if they are exposed to something, they have a tendency to become whatever they are exposed to. And the more they are exposed to Baal, the more they become. And so you see the Hebrew children converted over to realistic theologies, and only a few were fighting for truth. Jezebel, being treacherous as she was, began to slay those who withstood when they were misinformed of God. And so there was great blood in the city. One man was willing to be an antagonist against the antagonistic. And it is Elijah. Elijah is speaking out against the dilution of the worship of Yahweh. He's speaking out boldly with force and with power. When you study out closely, if you study the caves of Elijah, there are two caves of Elijah according to biblical, according to theologians and scholars. One cave is the cave he goes in before he has some carnal experience. He is there with the consequences of and prepares for a display of power as he goes against 450 prophets of Baal. He prepares himself in time for what he was about to do publicly. You didn't get that. That was good. That was good. He's a fighter by nature, but any good fighter prepares for the fight. And he prepares himself for a cave. That's one cave. But this is another cave. If there were headlines today, the headlines would be read. If it were in the New York Times or the Washington Post, it would read, Elijah the Great in exile. Who would ever think of such a thing? That somebody could be great one moment and then exile the next. That they could experience great power, great highs, followed by great lows. The great highs are often followed by great lows. And your ability to withstand them has a lot to do with how you handle the fatigue of being a fighter. How many fighters in the world? And people know you are a fighter. They know you are a fighter. And they'll put you in the ring whether it is your fight or not. But there comes a time in your life that you suffer from fighters fatigue. There are will come back and they lost. And finally, when they were humiliated and exasperated and frustrated, he had a moment of the exuberance of such magnitude that it shifts the stronghold that the theology of Balaam had on Jerusalem. But I'm going somewhere. And I think God will create a stage for you. And you will have exuberant moments of great victory. When Elijah walks up on Mount Carmel and he prepares the altar and he lays out these stones from the 12 tribes of Israel and he puts in the wood and he puts down the water on top of the wood. The water makes the wood and the stones out. He prepares the wood and then calls God for fire. This fire that came down from heaven is not a natural fire because a natural fire will not burn stone. A natural fire will not burn water. But this is a divine glory that comes down from God. Have you ever had God do something for you that defies science, that defies logic, that defies circumstances? I'm wondering if there's anybody left that still believes in miracles. It's not every day, it's not every weekend, but every now and then, at times, God will give you a miracle. The car crashes, and you should have been destroyed, and you came out alive. Talk to me, somebody. You go through something, and you should have had a nervous breakdown, but somehow it goes your head. So strong in your life that it removes all doubt from your mind. The authenticity and the integrity of God. That God is God all by himself. Is there a Bible on the still of the God? If there were no preacher, I would still obey the God. Because I see his hand snatched. He just had moments when the odds were against him. 450 to 1 is bad odds. What is God he going to? Shout it against you. Maybe just stop right there and talk to somebody who's got the odds against you. And the stats are against you. And the data is against you. And it looks like all hell is breaking loose. And you cannot win. God does not count like men. You don't have to have the numbers on your side to come out the victor. 450 against 1. But God is the equalizer. Because he is willing to have compensation. You cannot have exuberant moments without compensation. You cannot be passive and shrink away from the weight and experience the exuberance of God. God blesses people who will say what has to be said. People who will step off a boat onto water and walk in the middle of a storm. God blesses people like Elijah who doesn't mind the odds they stack against him because he knows that he's got the glory in the city against his back. is football power and might that started with him. Dealing with the God that is on the wing is the will of perfection. I read all the things he said about his heart.
And now they're into the defense section. Nice return on top of it. All the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
But I also know the difference between facts and truth. The facts are already possessed. The truth is, my God says about me, according to his riches and glory, by Christ Jesus. The facts are we're living in a place the truth is that now I wouldn't tell you the town of 1,000 hills in Rome to my God. The facts are the next couple of years with the Nazareth, but the truth is the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah,
oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, it's Allen. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early. I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Following the interception, here's Prescott.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick 6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick 6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick 6, the other comes back and matches it. These are 2 defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing. Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Allen going to throw. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Here's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Now Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he'll take this forward to the 27. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion.
Here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Prescott to throw it. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. It got his man complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. 20. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
He's got Elliott, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Here's Prescott. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Dak.
Forced out to his left. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Prescott.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Elliott running right. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, you crowd the line of scrimmage. If they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Maher is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there. Gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where
he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Certainly would have liked to get some yardage out of that play, but now you got to put this in the hands of your field goal kicker, see if he can get you to overtime. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know, from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Man open left side is Brown. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First throw of overtime for Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield. And to be successful.
Up the middle, it's Cook.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Call that a gain of 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run with Hines. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
So all eyes now on Tyler Bass.
This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Bills are going to get out of here winners.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, as I say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
They start on the ground with Elliott to about the 48-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's the gain of 6.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Draw play, Elliott. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. There's the athleticism of Tyus Bowser on display. Wrapping him up, no problem. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They go to Elliott again. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. A give to Elliott running left. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Prescott on 4th down. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with Drake. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, Drake. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And for Jackson, this may be a free play. They'll set up the screen to Drake. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Now a run up the middle with Drake. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
Well, he didn't get much, but he didn't need much. He got just enough on that play. The pressure came, but they allowed him to escape, and he got to the sideline and got out of bounds, picking up a first down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they can score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They'll get it to Drake, running left. Gets past one man and able to work his way down to the 16. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Prescott on first down. Football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes left side. 30, 10, 5, and this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. That is caught by Lamb. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Jackson now. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. First down, Prescott. Touchdown!
CeeDee Lamb, 28 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
Marr on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there, deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson.
And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
To try again after the sack, Jackson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's good for the Cowboys.
A first down throw for Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on second down. Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Going long here for Wallace. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. That's into the hands of Crochet. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman on the touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The toss running left. It's Edwards, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The end result, 21 yards. Looking to throw. Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And again, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Here's Prescott.
That's caught again by Schultz. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 2nd and inches, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Jackson's throw caught there by Wallace.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Jackson to throw.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Jackson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
That would complete to Prochet.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Throwing, Jackson.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Dow Jackson. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day.
I'm the best, I'm the best.